Wunmi is an untruthful person. This is not coming from this platform. You're about to hear this leaked audio where Wunmi's auntie made it clear that Wunmi is a liar. They know that Wunmi is the prime suspect. They know that Wunmi is behind the demise of Mohbad. They even know that that child does not belong to Mohbad. But, they decided to pervert justice. They know. But you see, no matter how long lies travel, it takes just one day to meet up. And that one day is the truth. Still on justice for Mohbad, you're about to hear this audio recording. In fact, it's a phone call among themselves. They were discussing. I'm talking about Wunmi's family now. Wunmi's family and our team Wunmi, they were discussing like, we know that this is what happened. Yes, but even at that, they even know that Mohbad's father is innocent. They even know that Mohbad's father is truly seeking for justice for his son. Can you believe it? Can you believe that they know? They know. So all that we have seen them do, even Mohbad's mom being part of it, it's a grand conspiracy. A wicked one. Evil, terrible conspiracy. On this justice for Mohbad, we will press, we will push. I know that all their secret, all their wicked acts will be exposed. It will be exposed. So we'll be listening to Wunmi's auntie talking about the atrocities of Wunmi, talking about what Wunmi has done, and more of their plan and plot. I am glad that the tide has turned. It has turned because they were the ones selling on it. They were the ones feeling that, yes, we are on point. We are on it. We will rise. They thought they are the ones floating. And they didn't care if Mohbad's father was drowning. It was not their business. In fact, they want Mohbad's father to fall. And I've asked myself a question. If Mohbad had not accumulated all this after his demise, do you think Wunmi and her family will be pressing and pushing? No, they already knew. They had gone to search spiritually about Mohbad's life pathway. They know that is why they attach themselves all to rubbish Mohbad, all to steal from him. In fact, the money that Mohbad loaned to Wunmi's mom, we are yet to hear about it. All she's saying is, no DNA. Let us quickly proceed into this one.
If I can see, if I can say, if I man but in your own case, Wunmi, reverse is the case. Kò dẹ̀ lè jọ mí lójú fún ẹ. Age 10 ni ya ti gbé sílẹ̀ tó ti fọwọ́ ru ẹ ndì, tó ti kíka bo ẹnu di, tó ti fọwọ́ ru ẹ lóbò. Èmi kọ́ ni mo sọ, Karimo ọ̀rẹ́ mi ló sọ. O lè mọ yomo. O lè mọ nǹkan tó mean. Kí aboyún gbé oyún fóṣù mẹ́sàn. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Ẹ ní ṣe oríire. Ìwọ tó bá ti sọ pé Bukky stop cursing Liam. Ibi tí bá ti ṣépè fún Liam ní kẹgbẹ́ síta. Ikú ló máa pa yín. Ẹ ní jèrè láyé, ẹ ní jèrè lọ́run. Ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú ẹ̀yin abàlújẹ́. Ẹ lọ gbé ibi tí bá ti ṣépè fún Liam jáde. Ẹ ní ṣe oríire. Ẹ ní gbé ní ayé ṣe oríire. Gbogbo yín tẹ́ sọ pé mo ṣépè fún Liam. Ẹ bá padà lọ bá Mohbad lọ́run ni. Mo ti sọ fún yín several times. The only time tí mo dẹ̀ ṣépè, Wunmi send the voice note sáwọn tó support ẹ. Ó ní gbogbo àwa tá ń support Mohbad. Ó lóhun ọmọ òun máa fi òun sílẹ̀ láyé ni. Ìjọ yẹn tí mo dẹ̀ ń play voice note yẹn gbogbo yín gbọ́, mo dẹ̀ ń ṣe dá padà fún lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. Mo ní bó ṣe máa rí fún ẹnìyẹn. Ẹ lọ mú bí kàkà bẹ́ẹ̀ olórí burúkú ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ Ọlábànjí. Just call my name and I'll be there. Gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀kú party. Òun lè bàbá ń bẹ̀. Olórí burúkú tó ń ta sáṣẹ́ẹ̀tì wáìnì. Gbogbo èèyàn ló ti upgrade lọ sí ta wáìnì onúgò. Why ni sachet tó bá ṣe bá tún ta sachet, asta sachet gidi. Sachet kókòkò. Olórí burúkú wèrè sọ pé ìpọ̀jù ṣé mo pè ẹ́ síbí máa block ẹ. Àbó lórí burúkú ni ìwọ tó bá wù ẹ́ pé lọ́sàn ilé pé máa mú. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa sọ lọ. Now Wunmi wá sọ pé òun nífẹ̀ẹ́ Mohbad. Mohbad kú. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Ọ̀rẹ́ daft. Èyí tó máa ṣojú bí ẹni tó ń ké yẹn, òun gan confirm ẹ̀. Ó ní Mohbad ti kú tọ́kọ́ tó gbé dé hospital. Lára àwọn tó ń support Wunmi ló sọ yẹn, tari voice note. Mo ìmọ̀ wá play yẹn náà. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Ó ní Mohbad ti kú kọ́ tó gbé dé hospital. Ọ̀rẹ́ daft tó ń follow ẹ̀ gan, ó confirm ní voice note. Àwọn Instagram tí gbọ́ voice note yẹn. Màá wá play fún yín. Lára àwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé Wunmi tó ń support ẹ̀, ó sọ pé ọmọ yẹn ò lóòótọ́. Ó ní I can tell you for free. Ẹ jẹ́ n play fún yín. Kò ṣe voice note tí mo fẹ́ analyze lẹ́ni iṣẹ́ ń gbọ́. Mo kàn fẹ́ yẹ kẹ́ mọ̀ nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé àwọn tó ń support ẹ̀ gan mọ̀ òótọ́, but wọ́n fẹ́ sòótọ́ ìtorí ìjẹkújẹ. Am I communicating? Now that is not the bone of contention. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ. Ó wá sọ pé ó nífẹ̀ẹ́ ọkọ yẹn. Ọmọ yẹn ti kú. Nínú mọ́tò tó ọmọ yẹn ti kú. Ìtara òun ẹ̀ àsàbíamọ. Gbàgbé sí pé olóko ẹ̀ lẹ́kùn ẹ̀ ní Mohbad. Èèyàn kò kú lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Ìtara ọmọ òun ẹ̀ àsàbíamọ. Ó dákẹ́ sínú mọ́tò yẹn. Very dark black man ló jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé no sorry. Ìgbà táwọn spending ń rojọ́ náà jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé Wunmi wà nínú mọ́tò yẹn náà tó dákẹ́ síbẹ̀. Báwo lọ́kọ ẹ̀ ṣe máa kú tó dákẹ́? Ó dákẹ́ ó farapamọ́. Bó ṣe ń gbé fídíò yẹn kiri inú mọ́tò yẹn kó pé Mohbad is dead, Mohbad ti kú. Ọmọ yóò sọ̀rọ̀, wọn gbé fídíò sójú ẹ̀. That is why I want to tell you tonight is ikú bàbá Mohbad, ikú Mohbad was orchestrated. Ikú Mohbad was pre-planned. Kí ló dé tí Wunmi dákẹ́? Ó dákẹ́ ó sọ pé Mohbad ti kú nínú mọ́tò, ṣùgbọ́n ó sáré lọ bá gist wèrè olórí burúkú blogger of the year. Ó lọ rojọ́ fún. Gbogbo ariwo tó lọ pa lọ́dọ̀ Mohbad lọ́dọ̀ gist lover yẹn. Kí ló dé tó pa nínú mọ́tò ìgbà tí Mohbad kú? Ó lè pariwo because conscience ẹ ọ̀tẹ̀ pé ìwọ ló pa. You couldn't talk. Wọ́n gbé fídíò sójú ẹ̀ náà. Èmi gan jiyàn pé Wunmi ò sí ńbẹ̀. Mo wá fẹ́ gbé yín trabaye. Ẹ wo ìyàwó bọ̀bọ̀ actor tó kú níjẹta yẹn. Títí dé ni wọ́n sọ pé ìyàwó ẹ̀ ó ìwà unconscious kò tí sọ̀rọ̀. Láti ìjẹta tọkọ ẹ̀ ti kú kò tí sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n ìgbà tí Mohbad ti kú tán kò pé 1 hour Wunmi bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní dà wá láàmú lórí Instagram. They have killed him. They have taken him away. Kò pé 2 minutes Wunmi bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ronú replacement. Who is going to be like you? Who is going to replace you? Bella Shmurda ti ń gbọ́ṣẹ́ now. Ó ti replace Mohbad. Ẹ jẹ́ kí wo bí ó ti send kíni sí mi kí òun ni ẹ jẹ́ kí n play fún yín.
Ẹ ṣé wọn òkè wọn ti kú rẹ̀ fún.
Lára àwọn tó máa ń gbèjà Wunmi bí yìí ẹ máa gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ.
Àti àwọn òkè ẹkúnjẹ́ mẹ́ta. Ó ga ẹ̀rẹ̀ kú tọ́jú. Dáàdì mọ́lẹ̀ nǹkan. Ṣé ẹ ti rí wọn lé ní? Ṣé wọ́n ṣàǹgára nù, ṣé wọ́n ń tún àjẹjẹ? Kò sí ní kí mọ́mì bá mi, mọ́mì láwọn ti change fóònù wọn, so wọ́n ti já wọn kúrò lórí social media pápátá. Mo ní mọ́mì láwọn ti change fóònù wọn, wọ́n ti já wọn kúrò lórí social media pátápátá. Wọ́n ti get fóònù kékeré fún wọn tí ò ní social media thing, you understand?
Mo wà níbi mo fẹ́ kẹ́ gbọ́ ni o.
So wọ́n ti wá já wọn kúrò bọ́ wọn wá òkè pẹ̀lú understand ṣe mọ̀ pé kò sí báwo ló ṣe ń sọ? Kò sí internet kọ́kọ́ máa fi call ni get kọ́kọ́ máa fi receive call fóònù tí ò ní fi rí social media. So wọ́n ti bá wọn change get ṣé kò yé? Hello? Then network mi tẹ́ wà yẹn bad. Hello jàre. Hello ọkùnrin Sunday ṣe wà pa. Wọ́n ti já kúrò, wọ́n ti já network wọn kò dá. Family wọn lélẹ̀ náà. Àwọn family tó bá wa tọ́jú wọn nìyẹn. Àwọn family tó bá tún gbogbo ẹ̀yìn bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn náà wà níbi tí ó wà ní ibi tó kú yẹn wà nígbà tí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn kú ilé wà ń bẹ̀ láì fàdarí. Bọ̀dá yìí náà wà live and direct níbi òkú ẹ̀ ọjọ́ wà.
Òkú Mohbad ló sọ yẹn o.
Ìjọ ń wo òkú ẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀lẹ́ báyìí. Ìyá náà wà ń bẹ̀, ìyá Mohbad náà wà ń bẹ̀.
Ṣé gbọ́ lára àwọn tó ń support Mohbad tó ń support Wunmi ni meanwhile bàbá Mohbad ló kọ́kọ́ ń support tẹ́lẹ̀ because ó gbọ́ pé Wunmi fún wọn lówó ó switch sọ́dọ̀ Wunmi ó sọ pé òun ń sọ ọ̀rọ̀ ìfún ẹni tó ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ pé ẹni tó sọ fóun ó wà níbẹ̀ ìgbà tí Mohbad kú pé ó ń wo Mohbad nílẹ̀ báyìí ipe ìyá Mohbad gangan wà níbẹ̀ ṣé kó tí mo ti sọ fún yín láti jẹ́ pé ìyá Mohbad wà níbẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká bá gbọ́dọ̀.
Nígbà tí òkú yẹn kú tó ti pè wọ́n tó ti gádà gbogbo tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Àwọn ilé náà jọ ń wá ibi tó máa gbé lọ lálẹ́ tó jọ ń wá mọ́ṣúárì tó fẹ́ gbé sí tó ń rí. Gbogbo àwọn ilé lọ́jọ́. Ọjọ́ kejì náà sìn. Ìrọ̀lẹ́ ọjọ́ yẹn ló kú bọ̀ ìrọ̀lẹ́ ìgbà táwọn máa fi débẹ̀ ìrọ̀lẹ́ alẹ́ mọ́ alẹ́ náà débẹ̀ láti kú lójú. So alẹ́ yẹn náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń gbé káàkiri bó ti kú pátápátá. Táwọn èèyàn sọ pé wọ́n sin ní alive wọ́n ti kú wọ́n ló ti kú pátápátá. In fact wọ́n lọ pa ambulance gan try kò sí nǹkan tó lè ṣiṣẹ́ ó ti kú pátápátá. In fact wọ́n ti gbé iyọ̀ sí láyà ní gbogbo alẹ́ yẹn gan. Èèyàn kọ́ tẹ̀sí wà lórí social media tó lóun fẹ́ bá wọn jí ẹsẹ̀ ṣe ń gbọ́ rọ́ṣì. Àwọn èèyàn tó stupid wọ́n dẹ̀ jókòó tì wọ́n dẹ̀ ń ṣàmì wọ́n dẹ̀ ń believe nonsense.
Ìyá Mohbad olórí burúkú tó sọ pé Mohbad ò tí ì kú lára àwọn spíkà yín ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí o. Ó lọ́mọ yẹn ti kú pátápátá wọ́n ti gbéyọ̀ sí láyà wọ́n ti ẹ̀ ń bá àmọ́ ẹ̀ gan. Ìyá Mohbad ó dẹ̀ sọ pé kò tí ì kú ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́ lọ.
Nǹkan ṣì wọ́n wá gbogbo wọ́n wá bẹ̀rù lórí platform wọ́n sọ jargons.
Ẹ máa gbọ́ o.
Nǹkan tó máa ṣe ẹ̀kọ́ wo àṣírí ti tú ẹwà wo kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n sí láàyè wọ́n rí fresh blood wọ́n ló ti fẹ́ fresh blood ẹni tó ti kú tipẹ́tipẹ́ ẹni tó ti lágbà pàtó. Ẹ bàbá àwọn tó sọ pé nígbà tó wà ní mọ́tò ìyá ọ̀run ẹ̀mí ọ̀run wo lómi mọ́tò mú fún ẹ mọ́tò lọ́pọ̀ ẹni tó ti kú orí ọ̀kadà àlẹ́ orí ọ̀kadà lọ ló ti kú. According to mi ṣe gbọ́ o lẹ́nu sọ́ọ̀sì o láìsọ̀ọ̀sì ó ní gbọ́n torí tráfíkì mú wọ́n wá sáré bí.
Ṣé rí pé ìyà jẹ Mohbad gan ṣé gbọ́ nǹkan tó lórí búkú ìsọ báwo ló ṣe possible ẹni tó ti kú nu mọ́tò tàti rí ẹ tí wọ́n sọ pé ẹgbẹ́ sórí ọ̀kadà ṣé rí tí ọ̀kadà yẹn Wunmi ló make it up make believe story ni Wunmi make up ẹni tó ti kú ẹ sọ fún mi ẹni tí ò tí kú gan ẹ wo bí Mohbad ṣe tóbi tó báwo ni Mohbad ṣe máa fit in sórí ọ̀kadà téèyàn kọ́lẹ̀ tó máa jókòó sẹ́yìn ẹ̀yin ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n èèyàn mo bá wo mi báwọn lórí burúkú paraga brain wí o ẹ̀yin ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n tẹ̀ ń wò mí ẹ̀yin educated people tẹ̀ ń wò mí ni mo ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ báwo ló ṣe possible ẹni tó ti kúnnu mọ́tò ẹ wá lè gbé sórí ọ̀kadà story tí Wunmi fún wọn nìyẹn ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́ lọ.
sórí ọ̀kadà kan lè tètè dé hospital pé ó bẹ̀ ló ti ju ọwọ́ sílẹ̀ àwọn àgbẹ̀ padà sórí mọ́tò yẹn kó tó wá announce àwọn ìbọn ìtẹ́ tó wá sọ kó ti kú fún ọ̀fẹ́ rí sọ lórí ọ̀kadà.
Ṣé ti gbọ́ ti gbé sórí ọ̀kadà ó ní Mohbad ju ọwọ́ sílẹ̀ ó náà wá gbé padà sínú mọ́tò kan tó announce pé ó ti kú kí ló dé tó ń jẹ́ ká rí gbogbo scene yẹn ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ tí wọ́n mẹ́pọ̀ ohun mi ò mọ̀ ṣé gbogbo yín rántí actor tó kú lánàá níjẹta gbogbo scene bó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ ló jẹ́ ká rí life ló ń show ẹ̀ ìgbà tó fọ́ ṣé ti gbogbo life yẹn ló jẹ́ ká rí ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yẹn ó ṣe jẹ́ pé wọ́n gbé lórí ọ̀kadà wọ́n tún gbé padà sí mọ́tò ẹ wo bó ṣe ń ba ayé ọmọ yẹn jẹ́ kó tó kú Wunmi ní ọmọ yẹn lára tó fi kú ni Wunmi tún dín lára ìgbà tó kú tán tó bá jẹ́ pé lóòótọ́ ni Mohbad kúkú ikú natural ikú kí ló tó ń fi ayé Mohbad ta káìtì ìgbà tó kú tán ẹ bá mi bèrè pọ́sù yẹn yẹ ẹ̀yin TikTok ṣe ń gbọ́ mi ọ̀rẹ́ daft ó jẹ́ kó yé wa pé Wunmi sọ fóun pé ìgbà tó gbé Mohbad sórí ọ̀kadà mí ìwà ìṣẹ́wọ́ ti pé ṣe ń gbọ́ ó ní ìgbà tó gbé Mohbad sórí ọ̀kadà ó jọwọ́ sílẹ̀ ó wá ti kú ṣe ń gbọ́ mi now ẹni tó wúwo yẹn báwo ló ṣe rí gbé lórí ọ̀kadà tó gbé padà sínú mọ́tò nǹkan tí Wunmi fẹ́ yẹ kó gbọ́ ló gbọ́nà Wunmi parọ́ fún ni abẹ́ gbọ́ mi kí ló dé tó show wa live bọ̀bọ̀ tó kú lánàá yẹn Junior Pope kọ́lọ́ bá mi foríjì kó tẹ sáfẹ́fẹ́ rere gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ live là ń rí recording ayé ti dáyé social media báwo lẹ ṣe máa ní ẹgbẹ́yàn látọ̀kadà tó ti kú ẹgbẹ́ sínú mọ́tò kẹtó sọ pé ó ti kú now mi wà against yẹn ìgbà tẹ́ wá ń ṣe gbogbo yẹn kí ni tó jẹ́ pé Wunmi ò pariwo ará àdúgbò ẹ̀gbà mi ó ti kú ọ à ń gbé lọ sọ́sìpítù ni ó ẹ fún ọ ẹ bá mi ṣe fídíò ará àdúgbò àmà rí gbogbo yẹn ẹ ní ṣe oríire Wunmi ó ń lọ bá Mohbad lọ́mù sẹ́ wọ́n lòún gbẹ wàá gbẹ èèyàn lè ṣèkà náà kó má gbẹ ó lójú oorun láti gbà tí Mohbad ti kú nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ kó gbẹ nìyẹn kò ṣe pé àtàkì tá a àtàkì ó ń gbẹ nítorí pé ó ṣèkà ẹ̀jẹ̀ wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé very soon àṣírí ẹ̀ máa tú kò bò mọ́ ó ti rò pé ó máa pa Mohbad gbé ni Mohbad gan sọ ó dẹ̀ tí ń ṣe ti pẹ́ ó nílé ilé máa fi ṣàṣe mọ́ ó ní òní nísìmí tó bá pa mí tán ó ní nísìmí pé Mohbad ló jẹ́ kó gbẹ mélòó nìkan ta ti ṣe fún ẹ ìwọ ọmọ street yà láti 10 years old kí la ti ṣe fún ẹ àbí kan tí mo sọ yẹn ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́ lọ.
Àwọn tó ń pẹ́ lọ́mọ ṣe DNA òṣèwọ́ ló ń ṣe ó bá máa jọ òun ló lọ mọ̀ sóhun tó lé jẹ́ ó bá máa jọ òun ló.
ṣé gbọ́ wọ́n tún ní kọ́ lọ máa ṣe DNA òṣìwọ́ ló ń ṣe kò bá má jẹ́ òun ló lọ mọ́ ṣé ń gbọ́ wọn lórí burúkú tó ń support Wunmi ṣé gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ mẹ́rin ó ní wọ́n tún ní kọ́ lọ máa ṣe DNA òṣìwọ́ ló ń ṣe kò bá má jẹ́ òun ló lọ mọ́ ọ̀rẹ́ daft kọ́kọ́ ẹ lọ kó lọ chẹ́ẹ̀kì gbogbo ọmọ tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ọmọ àlè ló gbé wá fọ́kọ ṣọmọpọ̀ sọ fún wọn náà orí títì ló mi tí ráyè show tiẹ̀ full show ni mo wá ṣe fún ẹ torí mo fẹ́ fi ìyá ẹ̀ wọ̀n wọ́n mo fẹ́ fàbúrò ẹ̀ wọ̀n wọ́n gbogbo family ẹ̀ bọ́ ṣe ń dúró sálẹ̀ Avenue tó ń dúró sí títì Ọjọ́ta bus stop gbogbo ẹ̀ mo fẹ́ wá fi wọn gbogbo dirty beginning ni mo fẹ́ wá fi wọn lórí internet èmi ò ṣọjọ́ tiẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí n tún play fún yín o ẹ máa gbọ́ ó ní kò bá má jẹ́ òun ló lọ mọ́
ọmọ tó bú wọn ní ọmọ yẹn jẹ́ kíkan ọkọ ọmọ yẹn jẹ́ yẹn náà kò ń ṣe ẹni tó lóòótọ́ ṣùgbọ́n kò yẹ ọ̀pá wa ní òkú ṣe ẹni tó lóòótọ́ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ rí voice note tó sọ pé gbogbo.
ṣé gbọ́ ó ní ọkú ẹ jẹ́ kí n sòótọ́ fún yín ọmọ yẹn kò ń ṣe ẹni tó lóòótọ́ Wunmi ló sọ yẹn o ó ní ọmọ yẹn kò ń ṣe ẹni tó lóòótọ́ ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo yẹn ò ká wa ọ̀rẹ́ dà Ọlọ́run á fìyà jẹ Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀mí ẹlẹ́gbọ̀dọ̀ lórúkọ Jésù gbogbo nǹkan tó ju bàbá Mohbad rí ojú ẹ máa rí ẹgbọ́n nǹkan tó sọ ṣé gbọ́n nǹkan tó sọ ẹ bá mi love and like ẹ̀yin Facebook ṣé gbọ́n nǹkan tó sọ ó ní ọmọ yẹn ò lóòótọ́ ó ní ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo yẹn ò kàn wá.
ókè wọn fóònù ẹ̀dá gbogbo ẹ̀dá wọn rí fóònù ẹ̀ náà gbogbo àwọn Naira Marley yẹn àwọn tó sọ̀rọ̀ àdúgbò yẹn ẹ ti understand ọ̀gá yẹn ránṣẹ́ ẹni tó lóòótọ́ ṣé ẹ rí bí fídíò tí gẹ́ yẹn ti ń sọ tí bàbá yẹn ti ń sọ pé ibo ni fóònù mi wà kí ló tu gbogbo WhatsApp mi kí ló tẹ̀lé gẹ́ yẹn náà ránṣẹ́ ẹni tó lóòótọ́ wọn ò tí ì rí fóònù ẹ̀ ó sì náà ẹ̀bí yẹn kọ lóhùn because àwọn communication yẹn at least communication company ó yẹ kí wọ́n lè máa gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo that is part of investigation discussion anything tó ti wọrí fóònù yẹn ló yẹ kó lè print out kó lè report jáde. Òun náà ti slow jù. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ló máa ṣe ẹ̀mọ̀ pọ́n ti fún wa feedback. It is part of investigation. Tó máa fún wa feedback yẹn sí aṣọ́ọ̀kì wa tẹ́lẹ̀ máa wò lọ. Gbọ́dọ̀ mi mọ̀ ni pé bàbá yẹn mọ̀ kọ́.
Ṣẹ́gbọ́.
That's all I know. Bàbá yẹn has nothing. Bàbá yẹn ò ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Ó kọ̀ déyàn tó tutù ẹ̀mọ̀ kó tẹ̀ bá ti tutù. Àwọn èèyàn máa take a passport mi. Kò sí ó ní òun kàn wò pé kí ni ọ̀fẹ́ fún ọmọ nǹkan ọmọ ṣe jọba bá rí ibi níbí wọn.
Ṣẹ́gbọ́.
Ó yẹ lọ ṣe sọ pé bọ́lọ́.
Ayé mà níkà o. Èèyàn àbìdí yan. So ó mọ gbogbo ilé ẹgbẹ́ nǹkan tó sọ. Ó ní bàbá yẹn ò mọ nǹkan kan pa ẹ̀. And this lady will come out. Ó máa sọ pé bàbá yẹn ló pa. Bàbá yẹn fẹ́ gba ogún ẹ̀ ni. Lady ma wicked o.
Still on justice for Mohbad. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, and you heard what our guest said, but in case you do not understand what she said, that they knew that Mohbad was not alive before they took him to the so-called hospital. They are aware that Mohbad is no longer alive. In fact, there is more to what the eyes can see on this demise of Mohbad. So for a while now, Wunmi has been laying curses on those that are seeking for justice for Mohbad. And she has been saying a lot of terrible things, curses. And I wonder why she decided to curse on people who are seeking for justice for Mohbad. Because it is much easier to get DNA done rather than laying curses. She claimed that the reason why she's cursing is because those that are seeking for justice for Mohbad are laying curses on Liam, Mohbad's son. And we said, okay, if Liam is truly Mohbad's son, get DNA done. This stupid transformer does not understand the implication of what she's doing. Apart from the curses, apart from that, which is not something to joke with, what about the image of this young boy? And the other day, Karimo said, do you guys think Liam is going to grow in your own world? We'll be taking him to the United States. He'll be living abroad where it's a different culture. And I laughed. I laughed because Karimo won visa lottery to the US. She was not born in the United States. So how come Karimo thinks that we do not have Nigerians in the US? How come Karimo thinks that we do not have African community in the US who are aware of what happened? How come Karimo thinks that the world is not watching? So where is Wunmi and Liam going to hide? How? Because for every 2 years, there will always be an update. This is Liam. This is Liam. This is Liam. She doesn't understand the implication of this. Is Liam going to come back later in the next 15 years, 20 years, and this will go away? No, it is not going to go away. It will always be remembered. Now, let us go to the curse. If Wunmi is smart, she would have gotten DNA done to prove. And do you know that the same lips, the same mouth that uttered the so-called curses, which I have not seen or heard anyone cursing Liam, unless Wunmi cursed them and their own children, then they decided to do what they call back to sender. They did it back to sender. That's what they did, nothing more. I have not seen, at least not on this platform, and I've not heard from our guest cursing Liam. No, Wunmi opened her mouth to curse. Do you know that Wunmi claimed that Mohbad's father also cursed Liam? Mohbad's mother also said the same, which is not true. Now, there is something also that is very important for us to talk about, something that we need to take note of. This is specifically for those who are still thinking that Wunmi is innocent. I do read comments. I read all comments. Yeah, I read all comments because it is not only about putting out content. It is also important to relate with those that are on this justice for Mohbad and those that are listening. I see some people come to say, how are we sure? How is this? Why? As if we are being too hard on Wunmi. Now, let us look at it. Do you know that all through the journey of the demise of Mohbad, even prior to the demise of Mohbad, there is no single video that shows Wunmi in this? Do you know? When they were announcing the demise of Mohbad, did Wunmi show her face? Let us ask ourselves, if you lose your loved one, if truly, as Karimo lied, told us that Wunmi refused to travel to the US because she's in love with Mohbad. Now, Mohbad now passed away. Who will be on the floor, broken, running crazy, screaming on top of her voice? Who? Who will be announcing the demise of Mohbad? Yeah, people say we express grief and pain differently, but not at that point. Not at that point. She will be crying, even if she does not want her face on the camera. She will be crying. In fact, the cameraman or the guys recording, we know that it's a setup. They would have recorded her like, look at the wife. Mohbad is gone. Look at Wunmi. Wunmi will be broken all over the place. We did not hear a single cry or the drop of tears. We didn't see nothing. Wunmi, she has been doing this for a long time. It's a job done and dusted. She's not going to cry. She didn't cry. She didn't do nothing. We didn't hear her voice. She didn't cry. She didn't say nothing. When they were saying, Mohbad is gone, Mohbad is gone, Wunmi should have been screaming, hey, help me. Nigerians, help me. They have taken the life of my man. No, she didn't cry because she's guilty. She's guilty. She will not cry. She could not pretend. She kept quiet like, The only thing that was running through her mind is, how can I protect myself in this? How can I cover up? She was interested in updating Gistlover, which, you know how these things are. She was interested only in connecting with her mom. Like, Mom, it has happened. Please, what next? What happened? Hey, this is what happened. This is how it happened. And she wants us to believe that Mohbad is the love of her life. How is that possible? So, according to the audio, let's go into that. She confirmed that Mohbad has already left this world. That Mohbad is already gone before they started taking Mohbad here and there. You see? So now, when did Mohbad die? When did Mohbad die? How come Wunmi chose not to tell Mohbad's father about it? Is it not something scary? Now, our excuse is, I and Mohbad's father, we were not in talking terms. I mean, is it possible for you to say you are not in talking terms and the guy passed away, the guy died, and you refuse to call the man? The reason Mohbad's father was not informed is because Wunmi knows that this man is wise and he will be suspicious. But you see Mohbad's mom, no, that one, she is not a good person and can be manipulated. Let me use Mohbad's mom because Mohbad's mom does not like Mohbad's father because of Mohbad's father's position in the whole matter. And she knew that at the beginning, Mohbad's father was sort of trying to stop Mohbad's mom from coming closer to Mohbad. And Wunmi, she knows all of this. She decided to bank on it, used it. Now, Mohbad's father and mother got together on that day. Not because they stood to talk and plan. No, Mohbad's father kept trailing them. Eventually, got to a place where they needed to cross a river. That's where he caught them on phone and grabbed the mobile phone off from Mohbad's mother and say, hey, who is that person on the other line? What's going on? What's happening to my son? They say, it's okay now. You guys can go home. It's okay now. You guys can go home. This man said, no, they have taken the life of my son. Unfortunately, when he got to Mohbad's house, he did not have a phone to record. That's the unfortunate thing. He made a lot of mistakes. I know he was sort of like broken up, like with all my prayers and all, with all the fasting, with all that I have done. How come? I'm sort of thinking that maybe it was hidden from Mohbad's father, or he did not know that the RIP that is around Mohbad will come through Wunmi. If not, Wunmi would have been bundled out of that house before this wicked act of hers. So, according to this lady, she's saying that Mohbad had already passed away. That he had already passed away. That some people said the neck of Mohbad moved. Well, it could be spasm. It could be rigor. It could be anything. The thing is this. She said that Mohbad had already passed away. That he already passed away on the bike. So this brings us to the story of there was traffic and they had to like get a bike so that they could beat the traffic to take Mohbad to the hospital. The thing is this. If Mohbad had been in an hospital, this maybe would not have happened the way it did. Now, if we are to contrast everything that we've heard so far, from the beginning of this justice for Mohbad, what is your conclusion about it? Do you think Wunmi should be handled with kids' glove? Do you think Wunmi should be pampered? Do you think Wunmi is not responsible for what happened to Mohbad? Do you think Wunmi is just being persecuted for nothing? What are your thoughts? Because the action of Wunmi prior, during, and after the demise of Mohbad, it is opposite to someone who truly lost a loved one. That's the truth. In fact, a stand against DNA is a red flag. That alone shows that the argument Mohbad and Wunmi had is centered on infidelity, particularly the paternity of Liam. Wunmi, we were told, argued a lot. And Mohbad was asking questions too. And she was also challenging Mohbad. What about the girlfriend they said you got in the UK? Meaning, if you're accusing me of being a transformer, what about you? And we are all both sinners. And Mohbad said, okay, if we are all both sinners, can you explain to me why your own sin smells this bad? Who is the father of Liam? Liam is not mine. What about DNA? How come you have refused to get DNA done? How come you have refused? And I think Mohbad made a lot of mistakes. You don't need to challenge a woman about paternity. It's not like you are broke. You don't need her permission. You don't need her signature to carry out paternity test. All you need to do is to go to 2 clinics, hospitals, and ask, or paternity laboratory, DNA laboratory, please, I need to get DNA done. What do I need to do? They'll ask you to deposit some amount of money or pay in full, give you the kit, tell you what to do. You do it, you take it there. Simple as ABC. Mohbad would have done that. You don't need to tell a woman, hey, who is the father? All of that is trash. If you don't believe that that child is yours, get DNA done. This demise of Mohbad has opened the eyes of a lot of people. People are more conscious of the kind of woman they have around them.